Question 4. How did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, online, in this project?
The microphone that I'm wearing is the DJI Mic Mini.
Okay, so this is the piece of equipment that I used to film my 2-minute opening short film for my media work, and I shot it on this DJI gimbal, which was very useful during filming, and I'm just going to go through a few of the functions that it has. So first of all, you can see that it's holding my phone now. So you can see on this small screen at the bottom here that you have your Bluetooth symbol, you have your battery, and you also have 4 different modes where you can move the camera using this small little movement, almost pulley. So essentially what you can do is, say if I have it on this mode, I can move here and over here. Now also, as well as this, we have this mode, which allows us to go straight around. And there are also 2 other modes, but as well as this small recording button allows you to take your pictures when it is connected. This small little button, if you press it twice, it allows you to shift the camera from portrait to landscape mode if you're shooting for filming. It also has a small tripod stand that comes out of the bottom, as you can see here, and you could possibly stand it using these 3 small pieces here. Now you can choose if you want to keep them up, but you can also choose to put them back in by holding these down and pushing up, which it then goes back in. Which computer software did I use during the creation of this product? Editing, music, voice recording? As I stated earlier in my evaluation, I had previous experience using editing software, in this case, Premiere Pro, which I then decided to use to edit my project. When using Premiere Pro, I began by adding all my clips into the timeline, and then worked on adding text, colour, changing the image, and so on. I used a variety of editing tools and finished by exporting my work by uploading it to a personal YouTube channel, where it was shared with an audience. This integration of technology and social media, YouTube, allowed me to express and share my work to a wider audience, all the while being able to edit. I also used Google Forms as an online source in order to make and allow audiences to fill out a questionnaire on what they thought of my media product. I did integrate the use of some online forms of software. These were Soundtrap for the score of my film, Sound Recorder to capture my voice so I can edit after production, and Google Forms, which, as I mentioned earlier, allowed me to collect audience responses so I could attribute them to my analysis.